Всем привет, дорогие зрители и подписчики моего канала. Меня зовут Павел. Мы продолжаем прохождение игры Lost Horizon. В конце предыдущей серии мы все-таки добрались до монастыря в Тибете. Проблема теперь заключается в том, что сначала был заминированный мост с газовыми гранатами. Теперь у нас тут двор охраняет доберман. Надо от него тоже как-то избавиться. Мост мы, скажем, обошли, а добермана обойти не так-то легко, мне кажется. Так, и что теперь мы делаем? Давайте думать.
It'll just bubble away in the snow. I need something with a bit more kick. Something a bit more Fenton paddock.
Да.
A small... The canteen. I can't screw it on too tight. The gas might make it explode. Which I assume would be bad if I'm still holding onto it.
Так, а если вот так?
With the lid sealed tight, the canteen should blow in a few seconds. Should be enough to bring down that snowdrift, but there's not much point while the dog's out of his kennel.
Ага.
The dog's... I can't reach the kennel.
Так, в любом случае нам надо что-то делать. Пока все это дело не взорвалось.
The battery's weak, and but it is getting the dog's attention. A torch and compass? Well, I guess I could replace the torch lens with the magnifying glass. Bring things into focus a bit, but how can I attach them to one another? I'll spread some glue on the broken pieces of glass from the torch. There we go. The torchlight is now focused through the magnifying glass.
Хорошо.
All right, let's get this bugger back in his house. Good boy. Now, stay. With the lid sealed tight, the canteen should blow in a few seconds. Should be enough to bring down that snowdrift right on top of the mud. Here goes.
Оп.
That cat in Hong Kong seems a long time ago now, but nonetheless, this makes the score Fenton 2, Animal World 0.
You're more intelligent than a dog. I can't think of any possible way to express my admiration more clearly.
Just hang on my every word.
Так, ладно, вам пора спускаться, друзья, приятели. Так, аккуратно. Так, что теперь?
Great. The snow should put the Doberman is rescuing an angry... No idea what this is. There's a cable leading to those...
Давайте посмотрим, что это такое вообще.
Real adventurers love a challenge. You have the chance to try the more difficult version of this riddle. Can you handle it?
Давайте попробуем.
This box is a giant battery. Impressive equipment, but what the hell is this? I thought Germans were supposed to be efficient. If I can get these connected properly, we should be able to shed some light on the situation.
Так, ну я думаю, это было не очень разумно, да?
5 somewhat... I'm no electrician.
Так. Ну давайте попробуем что-нибудь сделать.
Okay. Which socket?
Сюда. Скажем, второй. Давайте сюда. Так. Третий. Сюда. Так.
And then there was light.
О, хорошо.
I'll give this to you. You do get there, eventually, despite all sensible evidence to the contrary.
I'm ignoring that. Now, this secret door must be around here somewhere.
На самом деле, это был рандом.
It's a powerful battery.
Ну да. Так, давайте осматривать стену.
According to Thomas, the entrance to the secret chamber should be somewhere in this wall. Nothing out of the ordinary. I suppose that's why it's a secret door. Just these small round ornaments in the wall.
Так, а орнамент. Давайте рассмотрим.
It's a round metal plate. It won't budge. Strange. It looks metal, but the prayer wheel's having no effect on this one.
Так, а если скажем сюда?
No react.
Тогда сюда. Ага.
Aha. The magnetic force has swung open the metal plate.
Хорошо. Что у нас там есть?
Real adventurers love a challenge. You have the chance to try the more difficult version of this riddle. Can you handle it?
Не, давайте
This
выбрасывать.
mosaic shows two winding dragons. Thomas mentioned a text that described just that. The door is guarded by two dragons, Yao the strong and Zhao the wise. Zhao the mother is twice as old as her son Yao. Well, brains and brawn. I'm the full package. Better get cracking on this.
Ну да. Так. Ну, явно нет. Ам.
There are two winding dragons on this stone slab. Thomas, the door is guarded by two dragons, Yao the strong and Zhao the wise. Zhao the mother is twice as old as her son, Yao. I guess the upper dragon is the mother, Zhao.
Так. Так, ну более-менее это, конечно, похоже на правду, но... Давайте думать.
There are Thomas the door, I guess. Each stone has a piece of the dragon on it. Got it.
Oh.
The body of the mother dragon covers twice as many tiles as her son's, twice as old. So that's what it meant.
Ладно.
Ta-da!
You're beginning to scare me.
Come on, let's go.
Я уже думал, придется на паузу ставить запись и посмотреть в интернете эту загадку, но нет. Видимо, все-таки решаемо. Так. Та самая
My
комната.
nose is telling me this monk's been dead for some time.
Твой нос тебя не обманывает.
Richard? Richard, are you here?
Where are you going?
Wait here and don't touch anything.
What's that?
A belt pack.
Richard's?
Must be.
So where is he?
I'll have a look around. Maybe there's another exit.
Так, ну давайте осмотримся.
I don't understand any of this. He's been dead for days. I don't understand it. It's a huge cup. A stone column. Kim, do you see these symbols everywhere?
They're hard to miss, aren't they? Do you know what they mean?
Not my area, but I've seen them before. In your uncle's notes.
Where?
In the section where your uncle wrote about Professor Hayes and the dead monk in the cave. But his notes were in that weird script of yours.
Ah, right. It says, with Hayes's help, my uncle managed to translate the characters they found on the burned map.
And? Can you translate what's written here on the walls?
I don't know.
Ладно. Давайте думать.
Hayes thought these weren't really hieroglyphics in the truest sense of the word, meaning he didn't think the pictures actually represented words.
So what are they then?
He believed they may have been the first real writing system, a proto-script.
Okay. Is that good? That's good, right? You can translate it.
Can't really say until I've taken a good look at it. If I'm going too slow, feel free to take over.
Sorry, I just don't know how much time we have before the guards notice the open door.
Okay. So according to Hayes, the characters don't represent individual words. They represent complete sentences.
Вот как.
Really?
Yes, the characters aren't arranged in horizontal or vertical lines. They're organized in squares.
How practical.
I think the characters over the door read, "Behind the gate in this room, the sleeping dragon is hidden."
So there is another exit. Where?
Maybe there's something about it here.
Так, ну давайте.
There are 2 keys that can open the gate and unleash the dragon. One is protected by the guardians of the gate. Hidden in a far distant place, the other key is waiting for those who, in the coming age, will have the power to confront the monster. Looking through the eye of the dragon reveals the hiding place on the keeper's map.
В общем, какая-то белиберда. По-другому не скажешь. Так, что у нас тут еще есть?
All must beware of the dragon. Its power is tempting, but death and decay await those who cannot tame it.
That's it?
I'm afraid so.
Great.
Doesn't make sense to you?
Well, I suppose aside from all the dragon stuff, we do at least know there was a key here somewhere. Richard probably used it to escape. And there's a second key. Somewhere. So, to sum up, Richard disappeared through a door that we can't unlock using a key we don't have to a place we know nothing about.
Wait a moment.
What?
The way to find the second key's hiding place is written right here. The location is recorded on a map. We'll be able to see it when we look through the eye of the dragon.
Great. Unfortunately, I don't have any dragons on me right now.
Ну да.
Think about it. When Hayes and my uncle found the monk, they said he had the remains of a map, along with...
A gemstone resembling the eye of a dragon.
Great to see you're keeping up.
Do you know what happened to the stone and the map?
If we believe the notes, then Hayes took the eye.
Then Hayes might still have both.
Надо найти Хейза.
It's possible. Wherever this gate leads, Richard must be on the other side. We need to find Hayes.
It's worth a shot. Do you know where he is?
In Marrakesh.
Ой-ой-ой.
I'm sure that now that his meaningless career has finally failed, that pathetic excuse for a scientist is still hanging around there, selling cheap junk to tourists. But your conversation just now renders him essential to the cause. The Eye of the Conjure. According to legend, the green dragon eye will show us how to open the gates to Shambhala. We have been looking for it for days now. Your help has been invaluable. It seems the eye was removed from here years ago. It has been in Professor Hayes' possession ever since. We shall convince him to cooperate with us, and he will open the gate to Shambhala.
Stay close to me, Kim.
I really must thank you. You've delivered both the cartographer's notes and the perfect translator for the job. You have my gratitude, Mr. Puzzler. Oh, do forgive me. I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Hannah, Countess von Hagenhild, leader of this expedition.
Well, it's been lovely to meet you, Countess. So, unless you need us for anything else, we'll just let ourselves out.
I'm afraid I'm unable to allow that. You must understand the importance of this location.
Sure. So important you had to murder a load of innocent people to secure it.
I wouldn't expect you to understand. Unfortunately, you won't live long enough to see the wonders of Shambhala with your own eyes, nor the power that these wonders will give us. I'm certainly not going to make the same mistake as our somewhat amateur friends in Hong Kong. I won't keep you alive any longer than is absolutely necessary. Which is around about the next 30 seconds. Take him outside and execute him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm sure there's been some misunderstanding here. Maybe we can help each other.
I'm not trying to make friends. I plan to annihilate my enemies. But take heart. My decision affects you alone. The little girl stays alive. For now. She will be very useful in helping us to translate the cartographer's notes. Grasser, take the girl down to the camp and see to it that she is made comfortable. Then send a telegram to Berlin informing the minister that we are leaving for Morocco to take possession of item 28.
Morocco.
And tell the museum that we need to examine the original Piri Reis map. They shall make the necessary preparations.
Jawohl, Countess.
And you two, why are you still standing here? I want this man coloring the snow red.
Так. Дело приняло скверный оборот.
Stop. That's far enough.
Sometimes you've got to embrace death before escaping him. Here goes nothing.
Halt!
Так, я не могу понять, почему ролики все глючат так.
After you, young lady.
Get your hands off me.
Так,
Let's go. Back to the camp.
давай прыгай в машину.
Keep driving. Christ! Get out, kid!
Так, ладно. Почему ролики стали так глючить, я не могу понять.
Kim! No!
Всё совсем плохо.
He's up ahead! Fire!
Ну, офигеть. Только экран потемнел, ролик стал нормально себя вести. Что это такое вообще? По сути дела, это что? Движок игры тот же самый, что и Secret Files. По сути дела, он даже не модифицирован в лучшую, так сказать, технологическую сторону.
Your whiskey, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me for asking, sir, but are you okay?
What? Why do you ask? I have a glass of whiskey, a beautiful view of the clouds. What could be wrong?
Okay, just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Thanks. But the only thing that can help me now is time and another whiskey.
Да. дело приняло дурной оборот. Входим в Каире. Прибываем в Марокко. Начало в Касабланку, а поездом уже в Марокко. Хорошо. Глава 3. На время. Хорошо. Вторая глава у нас кончилась не очень хорошо на самом деле. Как вы понимаете. Так. Марракеш. Спасибо, что так пишешь.
Hello? Shop?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Professor Hayes, I presume?
No, sorry, monsieur. My name is Philippe Lacoste.
Oh, I thought... Well, I was told that this was Professor Hayes' shop.
That is, in fact, true, monsieur. Unfortunately, Monsieur Hayes has neglected to punctually pay his taxes to the local administration on numerous occasions, which is why he is now in prison while I inspect and catalogue his possessions for the French courts. If you're here to assert claims against Monsieur Hayes, I'll have to ask you to wait until I have a complete overview of his possessions.
He does have something I need. Can you tell me where I might find him?
In the gendarmerie not far from the Medina. If you exit the bazaar through the northern gate, you cannot miss it.
Thank you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Ревуар.
It
Так.
would have been too easy anyway. And in any case, the avalanche has probably cost the Countess half a day at least. Professor Hayes and the Eye of the Dragon are as good as mine.
Ну да, что-то ты как-то не очень все-таки грустишь. Потери, так сказать. Тим, ну ладно. Дело твое.
Make jewelry, buy jewelry, clean, repair, grind gemstones. You buy here now.
Ремонт.
Jamil has best prices far and wide, just no understanding of good grammar.
Ну да.
He's probably the owner of the jewelry shop. I've got to stop putting minor frivolities ahead of life and death rescue missions. I need to go to the gendarmerie and talk to Hayes.
Ладно.
A skinny old man. He's sitting in front of a basket. I should probably visit Hayes in the gendarmerie first. This guy doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
Хорошо. Куда нам в сторону идти? Куда? Так, и мы, собственно, сейчас в Марокко, как я понимаю. Вот, все нормально. Блин, вот как загружается новая локация, почему-то все время 15 FPS. С чем это вообще может быть связано, непонятно.
A thimble rigger. First, I've got to find Professor Hayes.
Пустыни, северный выход. Так, погоди.
I should find...
Так, нам кажется сюда, да? Я понимаю.
That's the gendarmerie. Looks like the gendarmerie's car. I don't need to add auto theft to my list of misdemeanors.
Да ладно, ты уж, чё ж тебе терять, а? За тобой охотится Третий Рейх.
I don't think this well sees much use.
Так, что?
I don't think that...
Погоди. Там было еще что-то. А, вот.
Oh, Rusty, well, the well's all dried up. But I might find a use or 5 for this crank handle.
Хорошо. Так сказать, ни себе, ни людям.
This round fixture held the crank handle for... Ow! The sun's heated this thing to a blistering temperature.
Ладно.
This well dried up years ago.
Так, больше ничего, да? Улицу. тоже нормально.
I beg your pardon.
Bonjour. How can I help you?
Так. Я ищу профессора Хейза.
I'm looking for Professor Hayes. I was told I could find him here.
That is correct. Professor Hayes is a guest in the cell behind me.
Could I speak to him quickly?
I am afraid that's impossible, sir. While investigations are ongoing, Professor Hayes is not allowed contact with anyone. That was a direct order.
But it's really very urgent.
I'm sorry, monsieur. The situation would be very different on payment of bail, of course.
Bail?
Naturellement. The judge has set bail, upon payment of which Monsieur Hayes can be released.
То есть
How
всё
much
упирается
is
в
the
деньги.
bail?
200 francs.
I see. That's 200 francs more than I have.
I assume you have the funds.
Don't worry. I'll raise the capital somehow.
You may bring the money to us anytime.
Хорошо.
The bail money is 200 francs.
Oui, 200 francs.
And what if I ask really nicely?
Monsieur, we may be on African soil, but this is not a bazaar. It is the gendarmerie of the French Republic. An honorable judge has set the bail at 200 francs and it shall stay there.
Oh well. Worth a punt.
Do you have any other requests?
Так, насчет автомобиля.
That handsome vehicle outside.
Ah, the pride of the gendarmerie. 35 horsepower, 3 gears, and 0 to 60 in 45 seconds.
Да,
You certainly seem to like it.
ладно.
That's everything for now.
I wish you a pleasant day, monsieur.
Так, и что нам делать дальше?
I particularly... That must be the official... The gendarme will not be too pleased. More importantly, I might end up in there. Professor Hayes, I don't think... This part of Morocco is a French protectorate, which is why a real live gendarme is sitting right there.
Hey, young man,
What? Who?
over here, from the cell window.
Hayes? Professor Hayes?
То есть вот. Где? Почему стены нет?
Shh, we have to be quiet. What do you want from me?
My name is Paddock. Fenton Paddock.
Not so loud.
Somebody in your shop told me I could find you here.
The friendly Monsieur Lacoste, no doubt. In these somewhat embarrassing circumstances, I think we can save ourselves any formalities. So tell me, what brings you here?
I need your help. Do you remember your Tibet expedition about 14 years ago?
Are you joking? How could I forget? It all began with that expedition. Call it fate or maybe destiny, but I don't believe it was chance that brought me there.
Then the name Yen Wang means something to you.
Of course. But why on earth are you interested in this expedition?
Yen Wang was an old friend of mine. He died a couple of days ago, and I used his maps from that time to try and find an expedition that's disappeared in Tibet. We reached the Kembalung Valley, but found a Nazi squad occupying the monastery there.
Stop! Are you trying to tell me that you have found the actual Kembalung Valley?
Well, I mean, technically the Nazis found it first. I just followed them. But they killed all the monks.
And what about you? Did you enter the monastery itself?
While I was searching for my friend, the leader of the expedition, I found a secret chamber. There were these symbols all over the walls. The same as the ones Yen Wang drew. He translated them using your notes.
Yes. When we were preparing for the expedition, I found a previously unknown script in a library in Nepal. I don't suppose you deciphered the symbols in the chamber?
Well, in a way. Yen Wang's niece actually did the translation bit. But you know, I got her there in the first place. It was all nonsense, though. Sleeping dragons and gates and fairies. But then there was something about a key. You can find it by viewing the keeper's map through the eye of the dragon. I know it sounds crazy, but my friend disappeared in that chamber. I need to find him. Yen Wang wrote that you found the remains of a map and a gemstone during your expedition.
Perhaps, my friend, we should all be more open to belief in such stories. After all, Schliemann's belief in Homer's stories led him to find Troy. This is probably the greatest news of my entire life. We need to get out of here. I have the Eye of the Dragon. If your translation is correct, then I now know what to do with it. I will finally find Shambhala. After all this time.
Shambhala? The Nazi leader talked about Shambhala. What is a Shambhala?
The Buddhists call it Shambhala, but it's much, much older than Buddhism or any other religion on this earth. The Nazis want to find it as well. How ironic. For years, no one believed me, refused to fund a second expedition. I lost my reputation and my job. But I knew I was in the right. And now, the Nazis of all people are drawing the same conclusions as I did. Even if only a fraction of what I found out about this place is true, it would be a major catastrophe if the Nazis were to find Shambhala. Do they know about me and the Eye of the Dragon?
Already on their way.
My, you do bring a sense of adventure with you, don't you? Get me out of here, and I'll tell you everything that I know. Not a second has passed over the last 14 years when I didn't think about finding Shambhala. Oh, my heart. All this excitement is too much for me.
Are you ill?
Not ill, but not young either. Could you do me a favor? There is a small case in my shop with an ornament on the lid. My heart drops are in there. Please get it from the cost.
What about the dragon eye thing? Isn't that more important?
Forgive me, young man. We only met 5 minutes ago. I'm not willing to part with the eye quite yet. But don't worry. Lacoste will never find it. Bring me the case as soon as possible. Then we'll worry about the eye.
Don't forget the Nazis. I'll do my best, but I need to find 200 francs for your bail as well.
Yes, of course. Here, take this ring. It's not worth much, but if you can sell it for a few francs, it might be a start.
Thanks, Professor. See you soon.
Ну да. Все начинается с малого. Ладно, хорошо. Так, что теперь? Давайте думать. Что, вернемся на базар? Ага.
All kinds of exotic fruit.
Greetings, stranger. I have the freshest and juiciest fruits from far and wide.
Thanks, I can see that. Can you recommend something special?
I just got these juicy figs a short time ago, and the dates are also very fresh.
Oh, no thanks. They're not really my thing. How much do these oranges cost, for example?
10 francs per pound.
Well, that's a bit much. What about the pineapples there?
8 francs each.
My word, that's more than back home. How long do I have to stand here and bargain till I get these goods at the non-foreigner price?
I can't go any lower, I'm afraid. These fruits, they don't grow locally and are transported here by caravan. It's a long journey from here to the coast. This drives the prices up, as you can imagine. If you're short of money, come back this evening. I sell the old fruits at half price before I close my shop.
Wasn't planning on being here that long.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing to give away.
Oh well, who has?
Ну ладно.
Thanks, but I think I'll give it a miss.
Salam. Drop by again.
За полцены, значит, продает. В Австралии, насколько я знаю, хлеб, который не продавался, вообще выкидывали в реку. Это стало чуть
A thimble rigger.
традицией.
You have to follow the cups
Ну что же,
and guess which one holds the ball.
на этот хлеб все время приходила рыба, то есть кормили рыбу, и сейчас они как бы этим занимаются. Хотя в свете последних событий у них там, мне кажется, не до этого. Потому что у них там пожары, черт знает что. Всего мира зима, у них лето. Причем довольно жарко.
Come closer. Wanna play a game? Just 25 francs to play.
I'm afraid I haven't got the required startup capital. Can I open with a lower bet?
The opening bet is 25 francs. Sorry, but those are the rules.
I haven't got that much on me.
But hey, never say never. Come back when you've rustled up enough cash.
Might get me closer to my 200 francs, but I need some funds to gamble with.
Согласен. Так, и что у нас тут еще есть? Дается одежда.
Typical Moroccan clothing.
Assalamu alaikum, my friend. Come and have a look at my local produce. You won't find anything better this side of the Atlas Mountains.
What do you have to offer?
I can give you perfectly tailored jalabas. I have almost every size and color in stock.
Jelly... You have what now?
They are the Berbers' traditional costumes that you see here before you, my friend. The jalabas are worn throughout North Africa.
Good to know. What does a jalaba like this cost?
We can discuss prices later, my friend. First, take a good look at the stock. Have a good feel of the structure of the fabric. Try something on if you want. Only then will you realize the exceptional quality of my stock.
И все-таки?
I'm more of a quantity, not quality guy. How much?
Before I give you a price, you must realize I only manufacture using the finest
дорого, да?
materials. You won't find better textiles anywhere this side of the Atlas Mountains.
Yes, you said that before.
I see that shopping for the Western man is not the art it should be. But I like that about you. You are a worthy opponent. A man with character and a strong mind.
I'm glad someone sees that. I just wish it weren't you. No offense.
None taken, my friend. Perhaps the lady too will see these things when you wear such fine clothing. I shall offer you a special price, my friend. I like you. I think you really want to wear it. And I think that it is made for you. But you must promise me not to tell anyone about the price.
Scout's honor.
Good. Then listen carefully, for I can only make this offer once. I will give you this jalaba for just 300 francs. No joke! Do we have a deal?
How can I put this politely? Not in a month of Sundays. Sorry, I'm just somewhat financially challenged right now.
Ладно.
That's all for now. Perhaps I'll come around again later.
Salam!
Nothing I want to buy. It's a shop selling pots.
Пустынник. То есть мы ушли за город, хорошо.
Ah, end of the line. The sign says, danger. Do not cross the salt lake on your own. It seems the salt lake may only be crossed in the company of an experienced guide. And where does one find oneself such a guide?
Где было найти дальше?
Danger. There's another tent on the other side. There's another There's a camel. I bet it could help me over the lake. I once read that camels always find a safe route because they instinctively avoid quicksand. No, it's definitely something to do with camels and their sensitive feet. But of course, the camel guide is nowhere to be seen. I'm obviously not impressing the camel.
Конечно.
It's too risky. There's hay in the truck. I'll take some hay with me, just in case. This must be where the lake guide waits. Unfortunately, he's not here. This must be where... Break for lunch. Guided tours across the lake take place again this evening. Why does that not surprise me? They're covered in sand and dirt, but there are some small crystals in the ground here. I can't break it off with my hand. I should be able to break off some crystals. Got it. I've levered off a piece of crystal.
ковырнул, ковырял.
A raw quartz crystal. Not I can't clean it up.
Так, кварц. Кварц это у нас соль, что ли?
It doesn't look very stable. I've ignored warning signs before, often with design.
Ну да, теперь ты в одиночку. Теперь тут нет. Сзади никто не ходит. Так. Что у нас тут за площадь?
Visit the Great Berber Festival and enjoy dancing, music, and traditional delicacies. Just north of the town and easy to get to.
Хорошо. Так, знаете, в принципе, давайте-ка на этом данную серию завершим. Следующую уже продолжим. Так сказать, добывать деньги, искать гида и так далее и тому подобное. В общем, разбираться, что да как тут в Марокко. Ну а на этом, я думаю, все. Всем большое спасибо за внимание. Оставляйте свои оценки, комментарии к видео. Подписывайтесь на канал, если вы этого еще не сделали. В общем-то, способствуйте его развитию в целом. С вами был Павел. Всем всего хорошего. До новых встреч и пока.